Good morning, children. In our second part, today I'll be discussing with you the human objectives, national, and the role of profits in business. So far as we have discussed the economic and social object, which I hope it's clear to you all, the human objectives that the business must protect the labor welfare of the society. They must protect the weaker section of the society. Business should give them proper working condition, the employees, those who are working in the businesses. So now let us discuss its objectives. Labor welfare. Business should recognize the efforts of the labor, the human factors that are involved in the business, those who work for the business. They must utilize each and every individual's talents. They must be satisfied. How? When you give them proper health facility, proper working environment, safety, security, when the business takes care of all these measures of the labors. And apart from it, business should ensure that there must be job satisfaction and sense of belongingness on the part of workers. Second is development of human resources. The employees should provide proper opportunities for development of skills, their attitudes of the workers, the human resources. As we all know, they are the assets for the business, they are the valuable source for the business. So business should work for their development, for their growth. Third is participative management. The employees should be allowed that they must take part in the decision making of the organization. Business should involve its workers to be the part of the decision making in the organization, so that the management can improve its quality of decisions. The workers' participation will help in peace and harmony in the industrial organization. Last is labor management cooperation. Labor management cooperation means that business should maintain harmonious relation, that employer and employee, there must be peace and harmony in the industry, so that the progress of the industry can take place. Employees should be treated as honorable individuals, and they must always be informed about the updates of the business. Then is national objectives. First is optimum utilization. I told you in first chapter also, optimum means full utilization, maximum, best utilization of scarce resources should be done. Business should use the nation's resources in the best possible manner. The scarce resources, the resources which are limited, business should produce those goods which are in the priorities, which are in accordance to the nation. It should minimize the waste. The natural resources should not be wasted. It is national self-reliance. It is the duty of the business that it should help the government so that the exports can be increased. It's not exports, it's exports should be increased, and imports should be reduced. Means it is the duty of the business to help the government in selling the products to the other countries, that is exporting the products, and reducing, means purchase from the outside countries should be reduced, so that there is a favorable balance of payment. Third is development of small scale industries. Now the big businesses, they are expected that they should encourage on the growth of small scale industries. How? Because these small scale industries, the products which they develop, the ancillary products which we call is, they are a source, they are the input for these large scale industries. Then is development of backward areas. Business should provide preferences to the industrial development by setting up the industries in the backward regions. The regions which are very backward, the business is expected to set up the industries in these areas, so that there is a balance in the region, that is balanced regional development can take place. It is not that the rural areas are getting more remote and the urban areas are getting developed day by day. So government expects that the business should set up their industries in the rural areas so that the standard of living of these backward areas, the standard of living of the people of these backward areas is also increased. Government, they actually provide special incentives, special schemes to those businessmen, those who set up their factories, those who set up their industries in these backward areas. Then is control of the over the pollution. It is the duty of the business to check on the pollution control. Now the industries are increasing day by day. As a result, air is polluted, water is being polluted. So business is expected, it's the responsibility that the adverse effects of these should not affect the quality of life of the people. The disposal waste, smokes which are there excreted from the industries, the proper arrangement should be done so that the health, life, property of people, animals, birds can be protected. I hope you must have understood all these 4 objectives. In my part 1 video also I have explained you economic and social. In this I have explained you national and human objectives. So children, 2 questions I have already given you in my part 1, right? And I'll be giving you more questions from this chapter. Last topic for today is role for profits in business. Now, why does the business earn profit? Why is it essential for a business to earn profit? It is the primary object of every business to earn profit. First is for incentive. The profits which the business derives, the business obtains, it helps in inspiring those people, those who have yet not started the business organization. It motivates them. Why? How? Because they see the success of other businesses. So they are motivated that they should also set up such kinds of businesses. Second, I told you that profit is actually earned for the survival, for the growth of the business. If profits are not there, no business can survive. You purchase a particular commodity, you cannot sell it for the same price. In order to survive, business must earn handsome profit, but of course not by exploiting the society. So profits are essential, right? Number 2, if the profits are not there, business will entirely finish up all its capital which it has invested. One day it will come to an end. So profit, it's a cycle for the business. Third is growth. Profit is the biggest source of growth for the business, for the expansion of the business. It serves as means for self-financing. You need not to take loans if you have sufficient profits which you have earned from the business. Fourth is measure of efficiency. Profit is considered to be an index of the success in the business. Every enterprise, the people, they judge the performance of these enterprise, how the profits which they have actually earned. Last is prestige, the goodwill of the enterprise, of the business firms. A loss-making firm, it will never enjoy goodwill. They will never enjoy reputation in the market. Business is actually recognized. We actually recognize business by its name, fame, goodwill, and the credit worthiness, the loan taking capacity. It's only been enjoyed by those who earn proper profits. So profit making business can provide, they can serve the society also. I hope you must have understood what is the role of profit in business. Fine. So this question is very important. It can be asked. Profit earning is essential in business. Explain. Yeah, give reasons why profit earning is essential for business. You are expected to write these 2 questions. That is, what are the national objectives of business, and number 2 is what is the role of profit in business. Thank you, children. This was there in this chapter. So you are there now to revise this chapter thoroughly. Thank you.